Florida Blue proudly supports Memories of the March.
I had never seen anything like that in my experience as a reporter. So to me it was a magnificent undertaking that worked. Well, I was living in Washington, and I had just started as the new Washington correspondent of the St. Petersburg Times. I would say that the 3 years I was a reporter in Washington, the civil rights issue was the heart of what I covered and was probably the biggest story of the time. A lot of people in St. Petersburg, of course, who supported civil rights. And I think they liked the fact that we were covering it in detail in the St. Petersburg Times when a lot of papers didn't cover any of the stories at all. They just ignored them. Well, I walked down to the mall because you couldn't park anywhere near there. So it was a long hike down, and I got there pretty late. And in fact, a lot of the people in the march never even got to see that front part. They were in the back all the way up to the reflecting pool, but they could hear it all. You know, this was television's great moment. The mere size of 250,000 people made that a natural. There were more TV cameras there than in any place than there had ever been for an inauguration of a president, for instance. And it was more of a visual to show the American public that there was indeed peaceful, nonviolent support for civil rights, and that this rally was a manifestation of that spirit. And Dr. King's speech was a great uplifting speech that everybody received. I mean, television gave that speech the visual memory that people took from the March on Washington. I think the most memorable part for me was that it all came off. I was one of those who was prone to the Washington jitters too. I thought, you know, some nut is going to show up here and try to do something awful. And nobody did. It was a perfect response. It did what it was supposed to do. It was supposed to kick off legislative results that would actually mean something to people. Not just black people, but all people. We all should be looking for a country that recognizes change and the need for it.